Hi, Fellowship family. Welcome back to the Church Bulletin. And this is our first episode of the month of December. So that means it is Christmas time. And as always, I am joined by Dalton Ent.
Hey, guys. And so for kicking off our first episode in December, we have our lead pastor, Joe Hishmeh, joining us for the first time on Church Bulletin.
Wow.
First time.
This is my maiden voyage. Yes.
Yeah, glad to have you, Joe. Thanks for joining us.
Well, it's an honor to be here. You know, you may not realize this, but I do watch you every week because after the service in my office, I go down there just to kind of chill in between services sometimes. And this goes on 3 times a weekend.
Yeah, so you're
I just don't
really
miss events around here.
Exactly. I was about to say you're really in the know.
In the
really
bulletin, but now I know. So thank you.
You're welcome. Glad we could help you out.
Yeah, absolutely. And so like we start most of our episodes with a would you rather question.
Okay,
so would you
I
like
have
to tell us
one. I came prepared. Would you rather work the last week of the year or take vacation the last week of the year in between Christmas and New Year's? So who wants to answer that first, and then I'll answer it?
Okay.
I mean, for sure, vacation.
Vacation, for sure.
I would definitely take the last week off.
Yeah, because December's such a crazy month for you, right?
That's true.
It is. And it's kind of a ghost town around here anyways.
That's true,
that
too.
week. So
It is. Everyone uses up their unused vacation time.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, I was about to say also vacation because I need to use up that PTO, but I was actually just on a trip this past week, and I was told that from my friends that I was with that I don't have a great work-life balance sometimes because some of my conversations, they all involved work.
you just enjoy being around us so much.
I guess
you can't
I
go
do.
a week without talking
I guess I
about
do.
This job, Emma.
Yeah,
You live this
I
job.
really do. But so I would say vacation, but there might be
Vacation.
some work sprinkled in there.
Okay.
There always is.
Okay, so if I could choose, I would work because it's a ghost town around here, and I get so much done. I get no interruptions.
That's true.
No one dares calls the church at that unless they're giving year-end giving, and Mary can handle that up front or whoever's up front on that. I have gotten so many things done on that week that I've kind of learned it's going to be my big goal-setting week for the new year.
So that would be a great time.
You've always worked that week?
I've tried to, but now with my mom out in California, and we've gone out there. So this year, I'll be here.
Nice.
Hey, gotcha. Yeah, I guess that would be a great week to prepare for
It does.
the year ahead, to reset almost.
It works.
Yeah. Okay, great question.
Sure.
Thank you for bringing that in, Joe. So now we have a question for you.
All right.
To let everyone kind of behind the scenes of your process for like preparing a weekend message. So like what does that process look like for you?
Okay.
And how far out does that go?
Let's take 2026 because this is the upcoming year.
Yeah.
And there's a plan for that year. That plan for the year, I got away, spent a few days away, and just started thinking through what are the major needs of our church? Where is our church at? And spiritually, and what would be, when I look at the preaching of the word for that year, what would it look like? So it's been around 7 years since we went through the scriptures in a year. And so this upcoming year, we're going to go through the Bible, and we're going to look at 50 key stories of the Bible over the course of this year. And it's our hope to equip people in how to be storytellers of the Bible. Not just the story like who, where, when, what happened, but really what's their takeaway when it comes to their lives, and telling that story that they could integrate their story into God's story and share that story with someone, whether it's a grandchild or a child or a spouse or a friend or someone far from God or someone who's walked with God for a long time.
Yeah.
Sharing stories, I think, is a really great gift to give to a congregation. So we're going to do that. We're also going to take, so I did that. I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was determined that I wanted to go that direction by March of 2025.
Yeah, wow.
So we had a elder retreat, which is at the end of March, and that's where they give me an hour to just share the vision for the future on what I think we need to preach on. And they all went through that, and they all thought through that. They all looked at that. And in times past, I've come sometimes without a plan, and they've spoken a plan. But this one, I thought, I think this would be a good idea. And they said, yes, our people need more of the Bible and understanding the storyline of the Bible.
Yeah.
Not just the creation, redemption, reconciliation and restoration, but just the whole picture of the stories, the key stories, Old and New Testament.
Yeah.
No,
So we're going to
that.
do like 30 Old Testament and 20 New Testament messages.
Okay.
I'm excited about
And people can choose, I'm going to read through the Bible in a year. Others are going to say, no, I'm just going to have 50 stories that I go through, but the daily devotion's all going to be in that.
Yeah.
So I have the whole year put out. Now, long story. Sorry, I'm giving
You're
you more
fine.
than
No,
you asked for.
I want to hear this.
Okay, so long story is that's the direction we're going. Then I do the daily devotional, and I look at which 50 stories we're going to do. I do the passages on those. I do the corresponding passages on them. That might be a New Testament fulfillment of an Old Testament story. And then I got all that for the reading plan.
Yeah.
And then I do the weekly overview, which gives the big idea for this story and what's a question on your life I'm going to ask you from that story each week. And then when that week comes and it corresponds to that, I do a little bit more study. But ultimately, Wednesdays every week, I'm putting all the pieces together into something that I'm doing that. Okay, so that's getting all that ready, getting the PowerPoint, Pro Presenter all ready for that. I still like to do that because I do that before I do my outline.
Okay.
And then it helps me. And then we do the run through on Thursday. And the run through on Thursday is a really good blessing to me because on Saturday, if I do a run through right before the service, which we do, by the way, and someone says, I don't see where you got that from the Bible, or Joe, that didn't match or confused me when you did this. I can't change the whole message. I can't change the notes on Saturday night. Yeah. So that's why we go back on Thursday. And I have thrown out an outline and started with a new outline on Thursday. But by Thursday at noon, I have my full outline, which I send to the printer. And then I've got my message, and I can relax on my day off, which is Friday.
Yeah, that is nice.
So
That'll be.
That's my grid.
Hey. Wow. So like I knew about obviously Thursdays and the run through and stuff. So I didn't know that like Wednesday is your big day.
Yeah.
It is.
For ironing some stuff out.
It is.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is quite the process.
But I have a year ahead. I have the passage I'm going to be preaching on. I've got the overview. So all that's typically it takes me around 12 hours a week to do the message now, where before without a plan, it was more like 20 to 25.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
So it's really freed up more time in my week.
Yeah.
That has.
So,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Wow. That was fascinating. Thank you for sharing, Joe. It was nice.
That's a good little insight.
Yeah. Cause like I knew we had to do at least a lot of stuff ahead of time because of the daily devotional and having things to do with that. But I just didn't know how that, I guess, played in then to your weekly message.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Well, now you know.
I know.
Yeah,
and now
got the
everyone else
scoop.
knows.
The insider edition.
Yes, that's exactly. Well, awesome, Joe. Thank you. So we're going to head into what's happening in this issue of the Church Bulletin. And we have just a handful of some Christmassy events coming up in the first half. Our first is on December 5th. We have the Women's Christmas event. I feel like our women's ministry always does a really great Christmas event.
Their Christmas one's always fun.
Yeah, and they always have a bunch of...
I wouldn't know.
I wouldn't normally either, except...
Dalton, care to explain?
I sit in the tech booth, and then every so often I'll wander out to the atrium because that's where all the snack tables are.
That's true.
And there's always a hot cocoa bar and apple cider.
That's what makes it good for you.
That's that definitely makes the event for me. So.
Absolutely. Yeah, but I feel like, similar to this year, they always have different, I'm going to call them stations throughout the church, different activities or things that you can sign up in advance to take part in and do. And so ladies, gather your friends, your community group, family even, and come check out our Women's Christmas event. You can find more information on our events page as well.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Joe. You cannot attend
No,
this
you
event.
can't. Sorry about that. You can just...
I'll hear about it from my wife.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
We also have a young adults Christmas party on the 13th of December. That will be on a Saturday, and it's for ages 18 through 30. And we don't know what we're doing yet for that Christmas party. I think I mentioned in the past on another church bulletin, I'm going to try to talk Doug into doing his like big Christmas
he's in high demand
games.
This time of year for
He
that
really
kind
is.
of stuff.
I should probably ask
you
him
need
about
to get
that.
him booked and on the calendar.
Yeah.
Just put it on his calendar like we did to Wyatt. You know?
I'm hoping the more I talk about it in a scenario like this, he'll have to
We'll
do
see
it.
if he's actually watching our podcast.
Because you can just say, I've told everybody.
Yes.
Everyone's looking forward to
I've told
being
everybody.
there. Okay.
So
It's public.
yeah, here's hoping. But normally it is just a fun time to gather together with our young adult ministry and play games. We do usually wear like ugly Christmas sweaters. It's my favorite thing. So it'll be great.
Oh.
All right. So Dalton, what's your ugly Christmas sweater? What does that look like?
Oh,
I don't know if I own an ugly Christmas
You don't?
sweater.
Okay.
No.
I have one.
What does it look like?
But my favorite one I thrifted a couple years ago from God's Storehouse here in town, and it is this giant.
It could only come from God, right?
It's just a sweatshirt material, but it's like it has a like fake like turtleneck collar built into it.
Okay.
But it's green, like a Kelly green, and it has like snow and cardinals and like a glitter all over
Lots
it.
of stuff going on.
Yeah,
there.
it does.
Yeah,
And
okay.
it
Bring in
is-
the cheer.
it-
Bring in the cheer.
Yeah, and
okay.
it's very oversized, so
Okay.
I love it. It's great.
Do you have an ugly Christmas sweater?
I used to, and then I don't anymore. So I don't. I remember having it years back, but now I don't. So
I have one if you need one that has it's like a big like doily Christmas tree,
Okay,
and it
there you
has
go.
jingle bells all over it.
okay,
What is a doily Christmas tree?
very frilly.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
kind
Yeah.
of lace, but
Yeah.
like a thicker crochet material than like lace.
Learned something new today.
You always, yep. I shouldn't be surprised that you asked what a doily was. That's okay. What does family have going on for Christmas?
Well, we got our Christmas omelette on the 7th, and
Now I have heard about that
yes.
because they're going to be talking about generosity, and there's going to be like a giving challenge
Yes.
connected to it.
I don't
Yeah.
fully know what that's going to look like.
Yeah.
But we normally do worship, and Keelan or Cliff will do a message. And then there's like gingerbread house making, and years past they've done like a little snowball fight. And so there's just like different, after the teaching and worship, there's little breakout activities that the families can do together.
And
So-
all of that is geared to be intentional with your faith with your kids. And so you practice what that looks like here so you can practice it back at home.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, I like
They're
that.
really sweet events. Yeah, Dalton's always does tech for it usually, and I'm there taking pictures. So it is just very
Okay,
sweet to
that's
get to
right.
take it all in. Yeah.
So, and there's normally snacks. So if that incentivizes you, check out the snacks.
Sure.
And then you can learn about Jesus.
That's right.
And then before we have Joe share about a Christmas offering, we have our Christmas Eve services at the end of
Yes.
December on the 24th,
And those are
as always.
11, 1, 3, 5, and 7.
Yep, the odd numbers this year.
Yes.
That's right.
And
Yeah.
so we talked about it on the last episode, but the 7 o'clock service is by far my favorite one. When the candles get lit and it's like pitch black outside, it's later in the evening. It's definitely a service that I would encourage you to attend, the 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
It's just a different feeling than having it at 11 or something. So
Yeah.
I definitely enjoy that one the most.
I do love the 7 o'clock as well. I mean, no matter what, because we put the shades down
Yeah.
and it's dark in there. But I do love the 7, I think, because I grew up in a really small church that they would have, like, I remember going to like an 11 p.m. Like Christmas Eve service. And so in my brain, the later, the
It
better.
makes sense, yeah.
Yeah.
Or like it's more nostalgic for me, I
Yes,
guess.
Yeah.
Unless you're on staff.
That's
right?
true. I was just talking about that with, I think, a couple of our staff members, and I
Yeah.
was like, as much as I loved like being a little kid and getting to stay up and go to an 11
Yes.
p.m. Service, that would feel really weird as a staff member to be here that late.
Yeah.
That'd be strange.
Well, especially if we were to start at 11.
That's true. Wow, what a long
Yes.
day.
That's right.
I don't know. I mean, I think by time sometimes the 7 o'clock one hits, like if I've been like running audio or whatever for that service, like you get in such a rhythm, and it's such like just a fun service to run audio for, just be a part of. Like I'm like, I got 3 more. Let's go. We're
Okay.
ready. Like I don't normally get too super tired on Christmas Eve.
Yeah, well, Joe
Yeah.
may feel differently
you-
as
No,
he...
I don't. I'm pretty amped after 7
Yeah.
because
Okay,
I've been
good.
going kind of
Yeah.
on an adrenaline rush for the whole day.
Yeah.
Now Christmas morning, I do not want to get up. I
Yeah.
do feel dead Christmas morning, but
No, I remember when I started working here a few years back, my family would be like, is it weird to like have to work
Yeah.
Christmas Eve? I said, not really. Also, my immediate family doesn't do too much for Christmas Eve, but also I love being here, and it's so fun to be here all day. And I love just seeing everybody, like being out in that atrium is such a joy. On Christmas Eve.
I love Christmas Eve here too. The first year that I was here, 23 years ago, we looked at 6615. That was our zip code for Fellowship Church at that time over on 17th and Indian Hills. It still is here, by the way. Yeah. So we got everyone's address from 6615. We were a church of about 120 people at that time. And we sent out all of these little postcards that said, "Celebrate the light at Fellowship Bible Church." And we had one service. Okay.
Oh boy.
And we had these candles with put in like paper bags.
Okay. Yeah.
And we tried to put them out in the parking lot and line the parking lot with that to create some ambiance. Right. But it's Kansas. There's wind. So we just had bags sitting on the ground in gravel because it was a gravel parking lot. But it was our largest service up to that point. Yeah. It was just classic.
What time was that service at?
I think it was around like 6:30.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. A nice evening service. Cool.
So the house that I grew up in Holton, when we lived in the city, our like street would do that. They would all line the sidewalks from block end to block end of the little paper bags.
Yes.
And I remember I was always so excited to go out there and help light all the candles because my aunt lived across the street and she still does live there. So part of our Christmas is to go help her set out bags.
All right.
So I love doing that.
There you go.
I didn't realize you guys used to do that.
I could have used you. You would have had the inside scoop on what to do about wind.
we would fill the bags with sand.
So that's what it is.
We can try that again this year.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, we'll see. I love that. So make plans with your family. Join us for Christmas Eve services. One of the 5 that we offer. And Joe, would you like to share more about our Christmas offering that you'll be introducing?
Absolutely. So again, back in February, we started thinking about what might be the Christmas project for this year. Last year, as you might know, we did the Sierra Leone project. That raised over $250,000.
Yeah.
We did more than they requested, but everything of which they need.
Yeah,
absolutely. And we're finishing up the chapel there right now after doing the girls' school, that parsonage for the pastors, his home there in Sierra Leone. So just really, they couldn't be more thankful, and it's so exciting to see all that go up in such a short amount of time. So this year we thought about, let's do more of a local focus, and we started thinking through what's a community or group of people that really are struggling, and we couldn't ignore the number of students who are aging out of foster care. What happens to them, the statistics and demographics 4 years after foster care ages out, and 40% of them are homeless. They aren't connected into community, so they're struggling with resources, struggling with employment. They're struggling with just a sense of connection, which also makes them vulnerable towards trafficking. So we started thinking through this, and we found this ministry called Heritage Builders. It was started by Lifelines here not in Topeka, but in the national group of Lifelines. And they come alongside. They have connected with government services. They've connected with group homes. And when we shared this back in July, 50 people signed up to be a part of it. Wow. And everyone had a foster background to them. That's awesome. And so we have a whole team that's ready to do this. What we'd like to do is fund that ministry for 3 years. And we think that's around $200,000 to cover that. Yeah. We also, it will require some resources, but to help these kids like get into an apartment, it won't be a monthly support. It will be a one-time support that helps them get utensils and dishes. And most of this is having someone own this ministry to come alongside them and connect them with someone who basically kind of continues to foster in adulthood, young adulthood, and get them established. And so those people have said yes. So that's
awesome.
not, and I will tell you, that's the priceless gift of this whole foster solution for them is the people, because relationships are so powerful in their lives, and they don't have key relationships to help them in that. So we're already seeing some foster kids that we've started meeting with who came in like, oh my goodness, they weren't excited about being a part of this to now can't wait for the next one and inviting more of from their group homes in. Yeah. So that's what we're hoping to do. And the ministry will be what people give to it.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So that's exciting.
We hope to really be generous with that.
Yeah.
No, I like that.
Awesome. Well, thank you for sharing, Joe.
Sure.
Can't wait to see more about that throughout this month of December as well.
Well, do you remember several years ago we came alongside the Ukrainian refugees who came here? We raised what we thought could help 40 people, and that money actually helped over 200 families.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay? So God did far more. I put far and more together, so it was 4.
Yes.
I do that all the time.
He did far more than we imagined on that one. And I think he'll do the same as we're available to him with this.
No, that's exciting.
Absolutely. I think so too. Well, thank you, Joe.
Sure.
And before we end, we have our one last thing, and we're going to make you go last.
Okay.
Or ask that you go last. We can't make you do anything. Okay. But I'll go first. Okay. I was trying to think about what I wanted to share, and the only thing that kind of came to my mind was that by the time we're recording this, we just finished our November baptism weekend.
Yes.
And I was gone for that weekend, and I normally am not gone for a baptism weekend. So when I came back from being out of town, I went to look through all the pictures, and I wanted to see it, but I was mainly at first doing it purely just, I was like, I need to do my job, and I want to look through the pictures. I need to find some to post and stuff like that. And then as I was going through them, I started to cry. I had tears down my cheeks as I was just like looking through all of these, just that celebration, and also just the emotions even before they are baptized, of everyone getting to hear their stories and just the work of Jesus in their lives. And so then I went back and watched some of the videos and like their stories, and I just was so moved, as I usually am for our baptism weekends, but I definitely I felt like I needed that mindset shift at the beginning of this week from being out of town and coming in thinking I have a lot to do, but getting to just kind of slow down and be reminded of just how great our Lord is. And so that was really sweet.
Yeah,
it is.
It's cool.
Thanks for sharing that. I guess for me, as the time that we're recording this, we have started building and designing our Christmas set and the set for January. So when we kick off that new series. And so getting those lined up and ready and working on the Christmas one, that will go, I think the first weekend that this goes live, the set will be up. So you guys will see it then, hopefully, if all things go planned.
Yeah. How long do you think it will take for this set? Because I know you've put...
We're talking Christmas?
Kyler,
Yeah.
Okay. You and Kyler and Brendan and Wyatt put a lot of work into it already.
Yeah. Even I don't know what this is going to be.
It's a surprise.
So it is a surprise.
So you're not going to tell us at all?
Well, I have 27 boards that have to get cut. I have one done. And this is November 20th. We have Thanksgiving next week that we are gone for. And then it's December. So we will see when these get done. But it will be kind of like a little village scene on the center, and then it moves out to like a forest, but it's stacked 3 deep, and then each depth changes in height. So then there'll be like LEDs in between each row to like show the
like
difference.
Illuminate it. Yeah,
and then you'll be able to front light them. So kind of give like a small like town vibe of village. So I'm excited to see it.
That's awesome.
Be like,
I got to see just what Kyler put together for what you'll be cutting. And
which, shout out to Kyler, our amazing guy. I give him this screenshot of something I found on Facebook or Pinterest. I was like, okay, but I don't like this. I don't like this. I want it to look like this. And
Yeah.
he goes, oh, okay, yeah. I can do that probably. And I did that, I don't know, maybe 4 days before. And he sends it to me. He goes, okay, what do you think about this? I was like, oh, great. Love it. He goes, are you sure? Like, I don't know if I like, I was like, this is well more than whatever I expected in a very tight frame.
It's always I can probably do that. And then
he whips it out and it does it better than what you envisioned.
Well, you all are such a gifted and talented people. You make everything better around here. So I'm thankful
Joe.
for you.
Thank
I really
you,
am. Yeah.
So we'll have hopefully a pretty Christmas setup.
We are excited to see it.
Yeah, I'm excited too.
And Joe, what's your one last thing?
For me, we've had 120 baptisms over this year, 2025 alone.
Yeah.
And I'm just so thankful for that. Fellowship was not even 120 when I got here 23 years ago. So it's like a new church within a church happened. I think the other thing just that's been on my mind a lot this week is, one of our state troopers, Adam Ellis, was shot. And last week we prayed for the 4 police officers who were a part of that in North Carbondale there. And he just made it through surgery last night. And they sent a picture of him to me. And I'll tell you, he's standing up with a thumbs up. Oh. It's like nothing happened. I mean, I know he has a little bit of a scar by his nose. Yeah. But if you would have told me he was shot in his face and then he was shot also, I think in his side or something like that, I would have never known by looking at him at that. Wow. So God has been so good in giving him recovery from that.
That's awesome.
Absolutely.
You just think about what Thanksgiving and Christmas are now to that family when it could have been without him. So I'm just so thankful for that.
No, that is.
You too. Well, Joe, thank you for sharing that. Thank you just for giving us your time and your presence here on the Church Bulletin.
You were a fun guest. Finally a part of it. Thank you so much.
Yeah, man, we'll have to have you back.
All right. Once a year.
Well, thank you so much. And thank you, Fellowship family, for staying posted here on the Church Bulletin. We will see you in the last half of December.
Bye. Guys.